Hello, everyone. Happy Self Care Tuesday. So, what have you all been up to? What have you been doing for self care? What do you plan to do for self care today? Um, I am going to be doing some work this morning, but then I am going to do some crafting and journaling today too as part of my self care. So I'm trying to think of what else I've been doing for self care. I don't know. I have been doing things. It's just like trying to think about what they are. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm planning, like I said, to do some Substack work this morning. That's taking up the bulk of my work right now. And then journaling, crafting. And I do have my Halloween decor up. It's been up since August 1st. So for me, that's like an extended seasonal self care to go ahead and have my Halloween decor up so I can enjoy it. When the weather actually gets cool, I will be taking walks and spending time outside. Unfortunately, it is nowhere near cool enough where I am to do any of that at this time. I'm dealing with some allergy stuff too. I've been taking my medicine, but you can probably hear it in my voice. Excuse me, it's a little bit of a scratchy throat and like stuffy nose. Um, so other than that, I think I've been doing pretty well. So I'm going to hop on over to the comments and see who's here and what you've been up to today. Hello, Swank. How are you? Konnichiwa. Secondhand wardrobe day. Love that. I've got a few secondhand thrifted wardrobe pieces. Happy instant ramen day. I'm not a fan, but Rena is. Rena, she likes to participate in instant ramen day almost, every day, if not every day, at least a few days out of the week. She loves ramen. And happy banana split day. Oh, nice. Very nice. I have some of the stuff here that I would need for a banana split. And I do have to run some errands, so maybe I'll grab up the other stuff that I need to make a banana split today. Hi, Em. Good morning. How are you? What have you been up to? How's it going? Hi, Kat. How are you? Make a cup of coffee. I feel like I may need an extra one this morning. Normally, I just drink one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Well, technically, I know I've talked about this before, but my mugs are like really big, so it's probably more like two in the morning, two in the afternoon. So I probably shouldn't make extra coffee. No, I don't, I am. One of my self care acts when we go on this first sprint is going to be making myself some tea, and I do have some caffeine free, so I think that's what I'll do since I already have, my coffee today. Which is not to say that I don't drink my caffeine, my tea with caffeine on days I drink coffee. I do because I drink coffee every day. Going to use the first sprint to read some of the Lion Game. Yes, that is your book club pick that you and Alex run, isn't it? The Lion Game by Ruth Ware. That is one of her books I haven't read yet. I've read a few from her and I've enjoyed them. Um, so you'll get it done though. Thursday, yeah, you got time, Kat. Second cup of coffee, yes. Pumpkin bonfire candles, starting the day out slow. Perfect way to practice self care. I am very much into lighting the candles, so I've got my candle ready. Well, when I'm working, I have a certain incense that I burn. It's like gets my mind into, okay, now this is working time. But I have a Leaves Bath and Body Works candle. So when I'm done working for the day, I like to light it. It kind of shifts my brain into here's work mode and here's rest mode. Because when you work from home, it can be very difficult to find that balance. But that pumpkin bonfire, that sounds like it would smell really, really good. And some good morning. Well, you know what? Setting up an appointment with your ADHD therapist, that is big self care, because not all of our self care is necessarily fun task, right? We have to take care of our mental health and physical health. Speaking of which, I have an appointment to get labs done tomorrow at my OBGYN's office. I've talked about this before, but I am postmenopausal and I have been that way for a few years now, and I think it's been 3 years ago. Um, I tried HRT and I had some issues with it. So I said, no, I can't do this. It's not working for me. But I am going to revisit that tomorrow because now I just don't know. If I have the same issues with it again, then I'll know I just can't do it and I'm going to have to work with what I got. But I need to try again and see if the issues I had were related to that because these other issues I'm having, oh my gosh, I cannot anymore. The extreme fatigue, the extreme brain fog, the almost constant like joint pain and body aches. And I've been tested for MS and rheumatoid arthritis and other things like that. And none of that is what the problem is. So it's all tracing back to being postmenopausal. So I'm going to try again. I'm nervous. Fingers crossed it'll work for me this time without problems. So yeah, that's I've got to do something because I just can't keep going this way. Shared a bunch of books I love on Instagram. Ooh, I can't wait to look. I love to see the books that people love reading during this sprint. Yet to finish a book this month. Hey, that's okay. I mean, we have other, areas in life and we can't always, read as much as we would like to. I've had months where I may have read one or two books and then other months where I might read like 8 to 10. It just really depends on, kind of what's going on. And you got a lot on your plate, Em. You've had some birthdays in your house and you got your writing projects you're working on. You got a lot going. Hellos and highs. Second cup of coffee. Yes. Making coffee right now. Coffee seems to be the order of the day. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, I'm nervous to try it again, but I've got to see. I've got to see. I got to do something. Some aspects of getting older I'm fine with, but other aspects I'm like, this this sucks. And I gotta have energy. I mean, I want energy anyway, but then my first grandbaby's coming in about 6 weeks. So I got to have some kind of energy. I gotta do something. Good morning, Jackie. How are you? Lovely to see you here this morning. Let us know what you've been up to. So, I think we will go on to our first sprint now, and we'll go about 45 minutes. So, I will see you all at 55 after the hour. So, let me hide this ticker and put up our next one. Let me edit this one so we can come back. Hello, hello. How are you, William? It is good to see you this morning. Let us know what you've been up to, and we will head on to that sprint now. And I will see you all in about 45 minutes. Hello. So, how did your self care sprint go? Made some tea and I did choose the caffeine free, and I can't even remember which kind I chose. It's just one of the dryad teas, but it does have cinnamon and orange flavor in it, and it's very good. Very, very good. So I did that and got a little bit of writing done for Substack. Not too much, but that's okay. I've got time and it'll be all right. So let me know what you got up to during that time. Hello, Kathy. I'm so excited that you're here today, too. Let us know what you are getting up to for self care. And some hellos and highs. I'm sorry if I keep having to sniff and cough. Like these allergies have been bothering me since Saturday. I was having the same problem on Saturday morning momentum when we were doing our little live bits. I had to mute my, you know, mic a few times so I could sneeze without startling everybody. Except I sneezed so fast one time I didn't have time to hit the mute. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't necessarily like feel bad like it's a cold or anything. So I'm pretty sure it is just allergies. And it's been extremely dry here. We've gotten just a little bit of rain, which is unusual for us because I live near Mobile. So we tend to get a lot of rain, especially in the summer. But it's just been either like hit and miss showers that seem to go all around us, or we've had just a brief period of rain and it's not enough. My grass is dying in places. It's just rough out there. And some good morning. And Instagram fed the kids, read a tiny bit. Hey, that's a lot to do. And I did look at your Instagram post where you talked about all the books you love. So I also had to give like shout out because you talked about Poe and Frankenstein, and there was something else, and I was like, yeah, and I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, that was a good post, 30 pages in the Lion Game, a beef stick, enjoying coffee. Are you liking the Lion Game, Kat? I'm trying to. I know I read In a Dark Wood by Ruth Ware, and I liked that one. I read The It Girl, and I really enjoyed that one. And I feel like I read something else by Ruth Ware, but I can't remember what it was. But I have The Turn of the Key, and I want to read that one, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I do feel like there's something else I've read by her, but I don't know what it was. Finished making coffee, solitaire, checking the weather, raining, getting down to the 70s. That's pretty nice. We may get that if it rains. It's just again like if it rains, who knows? I don't think we're really. I don't think we have much of a chance of rain today or tomorrow, which is fine for tomorrow because I do. I have to go to Mobile, and I live about 35 miles north of Mobile, and so I'd rather not have to drive in the like deluge of rain. So I want to get rain, but I prefer it when I'm just at my house being all cozy and stuff. Did all the cat things, wash the food bowls, clean the litter box, play with the cats. Yes, cats. They're pretty easy, like compared to dogs. I have a dog and two cats, but there are those other aspects you have to do with cats, like the litter box. Yes, that's like one of my least favorite things I have to do is to take care of the litter box. And we just have the very basic tub with a basic litter in it because Frere, like a few years ago, my daughter, she's got four cats now. But when she had just two cats, she had one of those like really the fancy kind of litter boxes. But then when she got two more cats, she had to get a bigger one. So she gave us the smaller one, And Frere would not use it because he was used to that basic thing, I guess, for a few years. And so when I tried to change it up on him, and we didn't have Karma yet whenever I tried this fancier litter box, but what he would do, this is gross, but he would poop like right beside that fancy litter box on the floor. He would not get in that. And then for a little while, I could not figure out where he was peeing because there was no, like urine on the floor by the litter box. And I was like, where is he doing this? And then finally, like the next day, I got ready to do laundry. He had been using my dirty laundry basket as his TT place. So I was like, okay, never mind. We just got to stick with the basic, litter box because he was not having the fancy stuff, which is kind of funny because cats usually want the fancy stuff, but he wouldn't have it. Would not have it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Cat. That's very good, especially because it's a book club book. It's always hard, if you're reading for a book club, especially if it's your own and you're like, yeah, I don't like this book. Oh, thank you, Em. I think you do too. Dark, Dark Wood, The Woman in Cabin 10. Yeah, I feel like there was something else. I didn't read The Woman in Cabin 10, but I think they made a Netflix adaptation of it, and I did watch it. The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. Oh, Theodora Goss. Yes. I have not read that, but I do want to read it. Enjoying it, getting journaling done. Nice, nice, nice. Cats are easier. Yes. Yeah. Dogs, yeah, they are. And their dogs tend to be louder than cats. Like Frere, I mean, obviously he like meows sometimes, but he's a pretty quiet cat. Karma, on the other hand, she is very vocal. Like she's always got something to say. So, but Gandalf, yeah, my big dog. Well, he's really not that big. But he barks at everything. I mean, seriously, a leaf falls to the ground and he'll be inside because he mostly stays inside. And we just let him out in the back, to play or use the bathroom. But he will hear a leaf fall or a loud vehicle go by, or somebody will not even be at our house. Sometimes they'll be across the street or at the next door neighbors and they'll shut their car door or whatever. And he like goes crazy. It's wild. And I have to like literally sometimes like plug my ears up because his bark is so loud. Spoiled your cat first dibs on whipped cream, frozen bottle of water to lick on, lay by the screen and look out. Yes. My pets also love to get a little ready with, like if I'm getting ready to put it on something, they run into the kitchen, like the two cats and the dog. So I have to give them a little bit, I guess it's like a pup cup at home. They do love it. They'll hear that sound and they come running. Dogs are too needy. Total cat lady. Similar. Yeah. Yeah. Frere's a dude. So I guess a dude does dude things, right? Hello, Matthew. How are you? Home from the dog groomer, and I hope you're doing well too. Perfect to be talking about the dog groomers because we are talking about cats and dogs now. Okay, yeah. It had Keira Knightley, right? I watched it and I did like it, but I need to read the book sometimes. He was like, there are so many books that I want to read and just trying to get around to all of them. I finally started Experimental Film by Gemma Files. It has been on my TBR so long. But I put it on for, my August TBR so I would get to it, which doesn't always mean anything because sometimes I make a TBR and I don't get to all of the books or sometimes any of the books. But I'm not too far into it yet. I'm about to be on chapter 2, but I like it so far. And Eleanor enjoyed the audiobook for The Alchemist's Daughter. Nice. I just spilled tea while I was trying to talk and drink my tea. Very fancy. Still thinking about Yeah, Kat got freaked out. I am doing an October film fest. Just started it this year, so I like to call August October. So I decided every August or October to do a film fest where I and whoever else wants to join in, we go through every movie in a franchise. And so this year I picked Hell House LLC. So Kat just made it to the fourth one, and that Tim, my husband, he thinks that one is the scariest one, and it has got some very creepy moments. We were watching it again the other night for my October Film Fest, and it's the third time I've seen it, and the second time Tim watched it, and he was still over there like this. He's like, "I know it's going to happen, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it." And then he's like, "Why do you do this to me?" I'm like, "Because I love you." And it is really funny because he is like this big scaredy cat. Now, I'm not in like real life stuff, but horror movies, and he just gets dragged into all of it with me. But I mean, I'll just be like grinning from ear to ear when the scary stuff is happening, and he's like this, like, "Oh my God, why do you do this?" And happy to hear that Eleanor liked it. It's always nice when you're reading something and somebody's like, "Oh, I loved it." That's it though. Yep. Barks, it leaves, reflections. Yeah. We had a dog one time that he would see his reflection in our sliding glass door, and he would start like going absolutely wild. And I mean, it was so silly. But he was an English bulldog, but he did a lot of like really wacky things. He had, we made sure he had plenty of water in his bowl, but for some reason, and I don't know how he figured out how to do this, but he would go into our hallway bathroom, get in the bathtub, and bang his head on the faucet until water dripped out, and he would drink it. I'm like, dude, here's your water bowl. What are you doing? He was also a dude. So, again, a dude might do dude things. And then at night, we didn't necessarily want him like back in the bedrooms. Like our kids were small and he was fine, but you never know. So we didn't really want him around our babies when we weren't around. So we had a baby gate that led to the hallway. Well, he was terrified of storms. And we had a really bad storm one night, and the lightning, got super, light, and the thunder was really really loud. So we had this lightning strike and then this thunder, all of it so loud we could hear him running across the floor. He somehow cleared that baby gate, ran down the hallway, and jumped right into the middle of the bed with me and Tim. I will never understand how that stubby little English bulldog cleared that baby gate, but he did. So he was a mess. My goodness, he was a mess. Of course, that's why we get them, right? So we can spoil them. They deserve all the petting and pampering. And some more hellos and highs. Yeah. Oh no. The terrorizing guinea pig. Yeah, the other ones aren't necessarily as good as the first one, but it's just a franchise that I always have fun with, even if I'm asking, how did we even get access to these tapes, and who filmed this, and how did this all get put together? And some of it doesn't make sense, but don't try to be too logical. Don't think too hard. Just go along for the creepy ride. Yes. Um, yeah, this scene where sometimes it is just those small things, right? You just see, like you said, like fingers or just a small thing being out of place. And one thing I will give a lot of credit to the Hell House LLC franchise is for is the way that they have this creepy stuff in the background. It's not necessarily, there are maybe jump scares, but to me, it doesn't really rely a lot on just jump scares. There's a lot of creepy stuff going on in the background, and that always, to me, works a lot better than a bunch of jump scares. And I think about too Mike Flanagan's The Haunting of Hill House series, where there are a lot of ghosts in the background, of the house there too. And that's something I find unnerving, is just the sense that something's like back there. Golden retriever was afraid of an extension cord. Oh my gosh. Maybe he thought it was a snake, or she. I don't know if your dog is a boy or a girl, but maybe your baby thought it was a snake. Hands and fingers. Yeah, just because who do those fingers belong to? What are they doing here? I thought I was here by myself. Yeah, Tim, like he will actually scream sometimes whenever we're watching stuff. It's embarrassing if we're in the movie theater. But usually he's not the only one screaming. So, oh, nice. Very nice. You have a nice neighbor, Swain. You're always saying, your neighbor brought this over or that over. That is nice. That clown costume would scare everybody. I kept telling Tim the other night when he was getting so scared, even though he'd watched it before. I'm like, you're gonna wake up tonight and that clown's gonna be standing right over there on the side of your bed. And he's like, stop saying that. I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be right over there. My best friend used to have guinea pigs, and they were so cute. I have seen parts of one of the VHS movies, but I don't know why. I haven't gone in and watched all of one, much less all the other ones. But I am going to add those to my list because I do like found footage, for sure. It's one of my favorites. And it's not, sometimes it can be done really well, other times not so well, but I usually still have a fun time with it. So I need to do that. Take pictures. See, another fan of the VHS movies. Yeah, the looking in the corners, the mirrors, any little space. I would tell y'all this creepy Japanese folklore about the girl in the gap, but I don't want to scare everybody. So y'all can look that up if you want to. Think like Ju-on, or even the American remake, The Grudge. It draws a lot on this Japanese folklore of the girl or the woman in the gap. Yum. It does sound very yummy. Yeah, watching the movie thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if they ever went to the movie theaters. I don't know if the Hell House LLC franchise was ever in theaters. I'm not sure. I think the last one was, but the other ones might have gone straight to Shutter, but I'm not sure. But that would be a fun theater experience though, if you're jumping and screaming and yelling. Those are fun. The thing is, like, sometimes I will scream, not necessarily because I'm scared by what's going on, but I do jump easily, and a lot of things scare me, but that's got a lot to do with like CPTSD and stuff like that. Because even sometimes if I'm in the kitchen and Tim is walking quietly and I don't know he's in there, so I might be washing dishes or whatever, and he'll just, come and stand right beside me to like put something in the sink, and I'll jump and like scream and stuff. Um, but Tim, he'll scream because he's like genuinely scared of what's happened in the movie. I know, Swank's Lunch sounds so good. There you go, Kat. Now you've got another franchise and something to add to your ABC list. Yeah, a bunch of short films. They have one specifically, a VHS Halloween. But like I said, I've only seen part of, I guess it must have been the first one, and I haven't seen the rest of it or others. But the Halloween one would be perfect, I think. Yeah. Trick or Treat is my favorite Halloween anthology movie. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies in general. I love Sam. I love Trick or Treat. Sam's back there, but my door's kind of covering him up right now. I get it's startled easily. Yeah. Oh, the autopsy of Jane Doe. Yeah, it does have some creepy parts in that. It scared that one scared Tim a lot, which didn't say him much. He screamed during it chapter one, and that's funny to me. Yep, jumping. Yeah, he like I said, he gets kind of drug along. There's one movie he refuses to ever watch again, and I've watched it probably 7 or 8 times because it's one of my favorites, but it is scary. The Dark and the Wicked. He would never watch that one again. I can just quote a couple of lines from that movie, and he's like, stop it. He was traumatized for real by The Dark and the Wicked. And I've told a few other people, when they were looking for something really scary, and they've watched it, and then they've been like, "Why did you do? Why did you do that to me?" I said, "You asked for something really scary." And it should be on Shutter. I think it's like always on Shutter. But if you haven't seen The Dark and the Wicked, I'm gonna put that in the comments so you can watch it, and then you can come back and either thank me or yell at me because you're traumatized. Yes, I think you will love Trick or Treat, Matthew. It's so good. It's great. It's just so good. It's like the perfect Halloween movie. It's set in the Halloween vibes. You got Sam with the little rules. I do have my Sam. Oh no, Leatherface is falling down. Um, not quite London Bridge. Like I have a Leatherface, so I was getting Sam, but Leatherface came down too. Um, but here is my little Sam Funko Pop. He's so cute. More trick or treat love. Yeah. Trick or treat. Yes. All Hallows Eve. I know it's not the same actor. It's not David Howard Thornton in that movie playing Art, but I actually liked All Hallows Eve better than any of the Terrifier movies. I really did. It's creepier to me. The Terrifier movies, especially once you get to, I mean, the first one's gory, but especially one part, when you get to the other ones, it just, I don't know, it just got to be so ridiculous, like implausible. I don't know. I mean, they're fun movies, but I did like All Hallows Eve, especially for Halloween. more, more Terrifier, yes, yeah. Art is hideous, yeah, yeah. Watch the dark. You and Barry watch the Dark and the Wicked Cat, and then I don't know though if if you are terrified, please still be my friend. Don't quit being my kindred spirit. Oh, Rosemary's Baby. Yes, that's such a great book and a great movie, minus that scummy director, Roman Polanski. But Rosemary's Baby is a fantastic movie, a great adaptation of a novel. Yeah, you might do both. Yeah, yeah. Rosemary's Baby is really good. So is Our 11's The Stepford Wives. Those are two of my favorite classic books. I really enjoy both of them. Yeah, yeah. This Leatherface, yeah, he's very buff. Yeah. Yay! I hope you like it. It's creepy. It's really creepy to me. Yes, Mia Farrow. She's so good as Rosemary. So good. Yeah. Well, he's always doing a lot of lifting and lifting up, putting people on hooks and such and chasing people and all that good stuff. Yay, I'm so glad you liked it. Yeah, it's really good. The adaptation that they did back in the 70s, it may kind of seem a little cheesy in today's time, but I think it's a pretty good adaptation. Now, not that updated one that they did with, I think, Nicole Kidman and Matthew Broderick and Bette Midler. If you want to watch an adaptation, I would say go with that one done in the 70s. Yes. She was just like the perfect Rosemary. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Leatherface. He most definitely gets that protein. Sounds awesome. Yes. Yes. So that's Leatherface's self-care, right? Making sure he gets enough enough protein. It is. It's really unnerving. Like I remember seeing it for the first time. I was a kid and like my mom was watching it and it really freaked me out for a while. And like even now, one of the things that really does scare me um is the idea of doppelgangers. That will freak me out. But I still like I'm always on the hunt for anything with doppelgangers because then I like to be scared like that. But there is just something about, you see either somebody that is not, you think it's your spouse, but then it's not, it's something else. And then, or myself, like if I see myself somewhere and I'm like, what? What is happening? Like in the movie Us, like, what? What? And of course, there are a lot of doppelgangers in, gothic fiction. Yes, the OG Stepford Wives, so good, so good. I think you'll like it, Matthew. Since you liked Rosemary's Baby, I think you would also like the Stepford Wives. Our 11 was, really speaking to women's issues of the day, which is like, okay, he's a dude, but he was getting it right, I think. Yeah, that may be where kind of the root of some of my doppelganger fear comes in. I think you would like it, Em. I highly suggest it. I have not read Foe yet. I'm thinking of ending things and We Spread, but I haven't read Foe yet. But if you like it, it seems like when you're talking about books lately, we kind of line up. So I will have to check out Foe because I did like We Spread, and I'm thinking of ending things. And it's got that weird, like uncanny, like what's going on kind of stuff that I like. Love that. Yes, she was. I rewatched that one recently just because I was kind of in the mood to go back to it. And it was just as good, if not better, on this rewatch. I love it. Made animatronics scare Westworld. Yeah, just the idea of, these alternate beings that look like us, and there was just so much to unpack with that, like there usually is, with Jordan Peele's movies. There's a lot to dig into there. Stepford Wives, adding us to, yeah, to be watched. Yeah, it's really good with Lupita Nyong'o. I hope I'm saying her name right. Elizabeth Moss is in it some. I can't remember the name of the actor who plays Lupita Nyong'o's husband, but they're all good. The kid actors, all good, all very good. Um, Definitely recommend. So now we have a lot of stuff to read and watch. I got to get the Foe. I'm gonna bump that up a little bit. I did finish The Caretaker by Marcus Cleaver. I finished it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and I gave it 5 stars. I also gave his first book. I think it was his first book, at least the first one I read. We Used to Live Here. 5 stars. So I was excited to see him with another book out, and I loved The Caretaker. I think both of his books are very divisive. It's like people either love or hate them. I love them. So we will go ahead to our next sprint now, and we'll come back. Let me see what time it is. It's about 10:30, so about 15 after the hour. So I will put that up for us now. I agree. I did not like Nope as much as I liked Us and Get Out. But I feel like I probably need to watch Nope again because I had different expectations going into it than what it turned out to be. So I feel like it's a movie I need to go back to. Yeah, there were some definitely cool aspects about it. So I do need to go back to it. Ooh, good to know that Ian Reed has another book coming out. Very nice. Hello, everyone. So, how did you do during that self care sprint? I ended up, excuse me, putting on a little more eye makeup and listening to the audiobook for Christine by Stephen King. I first read this book. The only other time I've actually read it was when I was 15. It was my second Stephen King book. And it's my first time going back to revisit it. And I'm enjoying it. I liked it at 15. I like it at 51. It's kind of funny if you like flip the numbers, 15, 51. Maybe it was meant to be this way. But different aspects of it are hitting me differently now, obviously, than they did at 15. I talked a little bit about that in my latest YouTube video, but I will be talking some more about it when I finish Christine. So that's what I did. I didn't really get any Substack done. I just was kind of just distracted by things. But that's okay. It'll happen. So let me see what everybody else got up to. Read a chapter, hit close to home, processing. Yes, I understand that. Takes the time. Get a third cup of coffee. I'm always going to advocate for more coffee. Very good, Swain. Read daily quotes book. Nice. Cat descale the Keurig. Nice. One of those tasks that has to be done, but not necessarily fun. Folded towels, put them away. Cleared pens, pencils that are no good out of 2 or 3 drawers. In a small 3-drawer container on my kitchen counter. Look at you, Kat. You are just on it this morning. Very good. Continue with laundry. Yeah. The never ending task, right? I love numbers, not math, but numbers. I understand. I understand that. Kat listened to the last 30 minutes of My Southern Journey by Rick Bragg. Wonderful collection of essays. Very nice. I have not read from Rick Bragg, which I should probably be ashamed of myself since I'm in Alabama and it's probably one of the authors I should read, right? And cheers for Kat for getting things done. Very nice. So I have got some things that let's see. Southern pecan coffee. Ooh, that sounds so good. Write a book review of My Southern Journey. There you go. It's on brand. You got a theme going. Reading these violent delights, slow going, but okay. Yeah, I want to know what you think of it when you finish it, Matthew, because I tried to read it a few years ago and I ended up DNFing it. But I am open to returning back to it depending on what you think of it. It's all on you. All the pressure's on you. Thanks, y'all. Yeah. Gold star, Cat. So this last sprint, I'm gonna need to do 30 minutes because I've got some stuff that I've got to do. So we will come back it'll be 50 after whatever the hour is for you. So this last 30-minute sprint. And let's get it to there it is. Yes, I appreciate an honest review, right? If you're gonna review a book, you gotta be honest. Sprint collected pine cones and acorns for table decorations for the wedding. I love that. Love that nature decor. That's so exciting. Wedding. Made and ate a tuna sandwich. Yum. Yum. That's what I'm gonna do is not tuna, but I gotta take care of lunch and stuff on this next sprint. So I will see you all back in about 30 minutes.